Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Descent, Journeys in the Dark 2nd edition, The Road to Legend and the ongoing campaign that is Rise of All Goblins, and this is turn 7. Now before we get into turn 7 properly, let's make a short trip down memory lane and revisit a segment that we haven't had for a while. A segment that pretty much should be in every week, if we're honest. In fact, every single episode. And that is Catweazle's Cock-Up Corner. Yes, I've done it again. Mr. Magoo has struck again. And what I've done this time is I've missed this wall here. Now, to be fair, there is a doorway. And the doorway is pretty dark as well. And what I've done is I've just assumed it is the shading on the tiles, but it isn't. That's actually a doorway, and this is actually a wall. So, it didn't really affect us earlier on in the playthrough, because all our rat swarms and everything did actually go through the doorway. But when I activated the Goblin Archers, we had all sorts of laughs, because they were walking through the wall, they were shooting through the wall, they killed Reg through the wall, so generally it was a bit of a mess up. So apologies for that, I can't really take it back because the app doesn't go back. So we're going to have to live with that one. But fortunately it was for the monster's benefit, it wasn't in our benefit, so no great harm done, I don't think. Saying that, it wasn't too much of a mess up, I don't think. Even Reg going, because I think what would have happened is, oh, he's here. I think when number 3 came through, he came through legally, I believe, or at least could have done, and got to this space. So rather than him wasting an attack on Grisban, who had two grey dice, let's just pretend that he shot and destroyed Reg, who didn't have any grey dice or any defence dice whatsoever. So we'll just play it that way. As for them all moving in and out, well, they didn't get any hits on Grisban anyway, so let's just put that down to experience and call it even Stevens. Okay, so back to turn 7. Righto, so we've got to do some hero activation. Let's get to it. And yes, we are starting with Grisban. So Grisban is going to spend 2 fatigue and he is going to move. But not only is he going to move, he's going to charge. So that's what he's spending his 2 fatigue for. Move up to your speed, which is 3, and then perform an attack with a melee weapon. So 1, 2, 3, he's going to go right there, and he's going to hit number 3 right over the head with it, or we hope he is anyway. So that is a blue and a red die. It's a grey defence die. Come on, Grisban. Oh, he's a beast. And he gets a surge, which is excellent. So that kills the goblin. It's only got 2 health, so easily kills it. That's gone. And we've got spare surge. He's going to get one of those back, a fatigue, and immediately that fatigue he recovered, he's going to spend again, because he's going to move up 1. And he's going to spend another fatigue, putting him up to 3, because he's going to use another of his abilities, which is Rage. So he's got his Rage ability. Perform an attack with a melee weapon. This attack gains +1 damage, which is fantastic. Right, so let's get stuck in on the Master. Exactly the same, but he does get an additional damage. And 5 damage, absolutely no shields. The Master is gone. Brilliant stuff. So Grisban has come to the party and not before time. So let's mark Grisban off as having done his turn. End turn. And of course now it's the Goblin Archer's go. What's their special ability? Special turn ability is each attack gains +1 surge. Well, that's fine, because there's no master on the board now. For each surge a monster does not spend, it gains 1 movement point. Alright. So I think that'll be fine for them, because they can't spend them anyway, so they can change them in. I think it's okay in that case that they change them into movement points. Minions are up first. Spot the closest hero. It's good old Grisban. Attack the closest hero, then retreat. So number 1's going to go first. Now it's not going to retreat because it can't retreat anymore. It's right on the back wall. So what it's going to do is just attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. A yellow and a blue. 2 grey defence die for Grisban. And that's good stuff, because it gets 4. Is 4 enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it misses. And I don't think they get... No, they're not getting any extra range. It cannot spend a surge on range, because there is no master. It just gets a... Oh, it doesn't have a surge anyway. So, yeah, missed. Ah! So that's the first one. First action for minion number 1. If within 2 spaces of a hero, perform a move action and retreat. Well, it isn't. Then it goes back up to spot the closest hero and attack the closest hero. Can't attack again, so it stays where it is. Minion number 2, which is 3 away, is not going to spot the closest hero because it's already there. Oh, in fact, minion number 1 could have spotted. Couldn't it? Wrong. I did it wrong. 1, 2, that'd have got it within 3, and then it would have retreated, but we did get 3 shields, so it wouldn't have hit Grisban anyway. But yeah, number 1 should have moved up 2 to get into spotting range. It did manage to retreat because it still had 3 movement points, so got it right eventually. This guy doesn't need to spot because it is in 3. So it is going to attack. Oh, this one's got some damage on us. So 3, we only rolled 2. So that is 1 damage through onto Grisban, unfortunately. And surges it can't spend on anything but movement points. It didn't move at all. So all it can do is get as far away as possible. So 1, 2. I think that's the furthest away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the furthest away. So it has gone. Can't do anything else. 4 doesn't need to spot the hero because it's already in spotting range. It's going to attack. That's better. It's got the range, but it's only got 3 hits. Can't spend the surge on getting extra damage or anything because it's cowardly. So we've got 3, hasn't hit, but it can use that surge on a movement point. It didn't move, so that gives it 6 movement points. It's going to get right in the corner on retreat, which is a pain because all these are right back here now and difficult to kill. But that is it for the minions. They've all activated. Master is dead. Right, who's going to go next? Oh, this is like a real pain. I mean, Leoric could move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Get Reg. But then Reg can only move 1, 2, 3. So that's not much good. So let's leave Leoric a second. And let's get Jain moving. So here's Jain. She's only got 1 fatigue. So if she moves 4, uses 4 fatigue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, she'll use a movement, which is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. She's then going to use 1 fatigue to here. That gives her 2 fatigue. And she's going to fire from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to fire at minion 1. So that is a yellow and a blue and 1 grey defence die. So she gets 5 range, which is enough, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just enough. Didn't roll any shields. 3 damage. So she's managed to kill that guy. Right, and that's the end of her go. End turn. The other two are just going to really struggle to get over there, aren't they? So... Ashrian, what's her move? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ashrian's going to move 5 to there. She's then going to spend 2 fatigue. She's going to move 2, 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2 to go behind the bar and stand on top of the search token, and then she's going to search it. So let's press that. A tub of dirty dish rags is tucked behind the bar. Search. You find 8 gold. Woo! Discard this token and draw a search card. Excellent. Get rid of that. Search card. Well, could do with something like a health potion. Finger of power. Come on. Alright, so there we go. Let's do a cut. And has it worked? Of course it has. Health potion. Woo! So we'll put that on Ashrian's player area. Hopefully that will come in useful in a bit. Right. Because our healing is not too great. I think all we've got is drain spirit, so it's nice to have a healing potion. So that's her go. She's moved, spent a couple of fatigue and picked up that. Yep, and she's picked up that search token, the health potion. Okay, so that's her. Let's portrait. Oh, continue, sorry. Now the portrait, end turn. Right, that means all that's left is Leoric. Well, he may as well raise dead. So that will cost him a fatigue. But it will get our friend on the board. So put him here. And then Leoric is going to rest. It's the end of his turn, so we may as well take these 2 fatigue off him right now. So he's gone, but Reg is up. I think what Reg will do is he'll just move 1. He'll just move 1 here, right next to the door. Hopefully we'll be able to kill these 2 guys next round, and we can get Grisburn up here to open the door, and then these 2 guys can go in just in case there's a load of monsters in here. So that is the end of Reggie's go and Leoric's go. So let's tap him. End turn. New round. Unfortunately, no monsters have come from anywhere, so we're okay. Right, what to do now? I think the person to attack is going to be Jain again. She's our best ranged attacker. She's going to spend a fatigue. She's going to move in 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're both at 4 range. She's going to do a first attack against minion number 2. Is there anything that will help her? Oh, she's got mana weave, just in case we need the surge. Right, oh. We did get a surge, but we've got plenty of range. Oh, God, look at that. 3. But I think we can use So we got 2 and it got 3. We're going to use that surge though on the city guard's bow. And we're going to give +2 damage. So that will give us a total of 4 damage. Which will do 1 damage on Goblin Archer number 2. So we'll put that there. But we didn't kill it. That is annoying. She's got another action. And she's going to attack. She's going to attack number 4. That's better. That is better. She's got 4 range. 1, 2, 3, 4. It only had 2. So we've got 2 through, which does kill it. We are also going to exhaust Mana Weave for another surge, and with that surge we're going to get a fatigue back. Okay, so she put 1 damage on one and killed the other. And that's the end of her go. So select a portrait, end turn, and now it's the monster's turn. Goblin archers. Minions are up first. Each attack performed by a minion gains +2 damage. Damn! Spot as many heroes as possible. So it's going to move 1, 2. So that will get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that'll get 3. I don't think it can get any more than 3, even if it moves here. Which it can't do, because obviously these guys are blocking it off. So that's its best spotting position. So that's its first action. Attack a hero within 3 spaces of this monster with the most health remaining. Grisban. And he's got the best armour as well. That's brilliant. So hopefully he'll be able to shrug this off. And he gets 4 shields. So even though it got the requisite range, it's bounced off its chainmail. And that is the end of the minion's turn. It moved to spot and then it attacked Grisban. Minions have been activated. Master is dead. Okay, it's us to go. So let's try and finish this guy off. Who is best to do it? I'd like to get Grisban towards the door, if I'm honest. So, Jain's gone. So it's going to have to be Ashrian, isn't it? So she's going to move. She's going to go 1, 2. She's got reach, remember, so she only has to get that close. And she's going to hit him. So that is a yellow, a blue and a grey. She got anything special? She's got shared pain. That's not going to help. There isn't any other of the monster group. Drain Spirit isn't going to help. Oh yes it is. She's going to use Drain Spirit. She's this card, so she's going to spend a fatigue. Perform an attack. If you deal at least 1 damage after rolling defense dice, each hero within 3 spaces of you, including yourself, recovers a damage. Remember, Grisban has got a damage. So, come on. Whoop, that's fell out. Yay! So, we've killed it. So, we've done at least 1 damage. We've got a surge as well. So that fatigue that I forgot to put on is coming off anyway for using Drain Spirit. We've killed this guy. Get rid of that card. Phew, we've got rid of them. Brilliant. And obviously because we put a hit on, that means that Grisban can get rid of his damage. That is cool. There's a surge we haven't used. So Oh, we used that, didn't we? We used that just then. Yeah, that's fine. So, that is it for Ashrian. Let's... Oh, first of all, tap the Goblins. Defeat group. Confirm. They're gone. Tap Ashrian. End turn. So we've got Leo and we have Grisban to go. Grisban is going to go next. Let's get rid of that. Put it back on Ashrian's player area. And Grisban's going to move 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to the door. Now, does he open it? You know what? I am going to play with fire a little bit. We are not going to open it, because these two guys are really well set up. Just move the door out of the way. They're well set up for opening the door next turn. So what he's going to do, his last action is going to be a rest action. And he is going to get all his fatigue back. I'm just hoping we don't get more monsters. So we'll put that back there. So Grisban has finished. And tap his portrait, end his turn. Leoric is next. Leoric, what's he going to do? He is going to position himself. So he's going to move 1 and position himself here. Is there anything else he can do? Not really. We've got Reg. He doesn't have to take his next action, and he is not going to. He could rest, but he's got no fatigue anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So he's not going to do anything else. He's just moved 1 to here, just to put him in a better position for perhaps shooting through the doorway once it's opened. And Reg isn't going to move. Well, I hope he's not going to move. You never know what the app's going to do. So let's just finish his turn there. So I think we will leave it there. Yes. So we didn't have a bad turn, did we? So where are we up to? So we got these two guys at the door ready to open it next turn. That seems an excellent place to stop. We've done a couple of rounds this turn. We've managed to kill off all the goblin archers. And we're pretty well set up, I think. We've picked up that final search token, so we can move into the next room. So pretty good, pretty good. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank you all for subscribing, for all the views, for all the likes, for all the helpful tips and advice, and for pointing out where I go wrong, and for pointing out major architectural features like walls, for example. If you've noticed any other major architectural features that I may have missed this episode, please point them out along with any other mistakes and I will try and fix them. It's a bit more difficult with the app because you cannot go back. But hopefully I haven't done anything too bad, and if I have made a mistake we will be able to roll it back. So again, thanks so much. And everybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you as well. That's great. So, I hope that you will join me for turn 8 of Descent Journeys in the Dark, 2nd edition, Road to Legend and the Rise of All Goblins campaign. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.